Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend this past weekend and was able to enjoy some time with your families, those that can get together, and were able to do so. Last week of school. This week it's not going to be too difficult of homework, a little bit shorter of stuff, items coming home. But At the same time, just make sure you keep working hard, finish off the year on the right foot. Those that haven't turned in homework yet, please do so ASAP. We're trying to get all report cards done by next week, but I can't do those unless I have homework from some of you. If you haven't turned any homework in yet, please make sure you do so soon. Thanks. All right. For spelling, I put down Unit 32. Sorry, it's supposed to be Unit 33. I just noticed that this morning. So please make sure you do the first 2 pages of that. We will be having a spelling test. Make sure you turn those in, make sure, and all that good stuff. That's the only extra thing that's for everyone this week is spelling. We'll have our spelling test on Thursday this week. All right, for math, for kindergarten today, we're skipping lesson 127, going to 128. On the front side, it's just like the sheets we've done the last couple of weeks, where you got to read how many objects there are, and color them, and then tell me how many objects are all together. Write that number on the box somewhere below on there. And then at the bottom, on the back side of that sheet, you need to tell me what time that clock says. So tell me what the time is. Don't forget to put the missing numbers in on the clock and all that good stuff. Like I said, though, shouldn't be too hard. For Super Kids today, you're working with the letter W some more, so do 2 more pages, and then you and I will be working on that letter W and some new sentences in our Zoom meeting this afternoon. We also will you have to write the little W and the big W 5 times. Okay? All right. First graders, for your math today, you're going to be on your fact sheet subtracting, working on subtraction problems. They're all subtracting by 8s, 9s, or 10s, so work pretty carefully on that. Then on page for your lesson practice, my sheet got moved. Right, on that one, you're going to be for these problems. Actually, I put the wrong lesson in. It's supposed to be lesson 123, not 24. I just noticed that I put 123. It's supposed to be 124. For the first part, you're going to write the number 111. No, we did that one the other day. So it's 124. I was right. Sorry. So on 124, you're going to be writing the number 112 and circling the number that's in the tens place. On number 2, it says Walter counted puzzle pieces. He put 2 groups of pieces of 10 and then had 6 extras. So he had 2 tens, 10, 20, and then 6 extras. Draw a picture of those 2 groups of 10s. So 10, 10, and then the 6 extra pieces off to the side, and says how many does he have altogether. Number 3 says write a sum more problem. So like an example for that would be Mr. Holman started with 3 ice cream cones, and then he bought 2 more ice cream cones. How many ice cream cones does he have? So you have to be the person that makes up the math problem. And then you write your number sentence there at the bottom. Number 4, color all the pennies brown, or the penny brown, I should say. And then there's a couple dimes and a few nickels, and then tell me how much money that is. Number 5, it says draw a 4-sided polygon. Polygon just means multi-sided figure. So you just have to draw me a 4-sided, any figure that has 4 sides, and write that in that square or rectangle down there. And then you have a bunch of adding and subtracting problems at the bottom. Everything on the back is pretty much the same, except for on the top, you're going to be filling in the missing numbers to finish that chart there. Again, shouldn't be too difficult. Just make sure you get the right numbers in there. All right? For your reading today, on page 169, 169, you're just writing the word that best finishes, or circling the word that best finishes the sentence. It's the ER or the EST form, or just keep it the same. On page 170, you got to read the story up at the top, and then answer the question, what do you think the present is? Write that answer on the line, and then draw me a picture of what you think the present is in the box. 271, you need to finish the crossword puzzle there for 1 through 6, and then write a sentence using at least one of those words in the box from the word bank. And then the last page is just circling the word and writing it in the blank to finish the sentence. Again, not too difficult. For phonics today, nothing too hard. I'm not even going to go over them. Pretty simple. Just follow the instructions. We're just finishing up our letter blends with how those letters go at the beginning of each word. Should be pretty simple there. All right. Second graders, for your math today, you'll be working a little bit more with your multiplying by threes on your fact sheet. And then on your assignment sheet on page 1 or lesson 122, on the first problem it says the children in the class read 337 books and the children in the other class read 384 books. How many books did they two classes read all together? So what do we need to do to those two words? We need to add those two numbers together. Not too hard. Number 2, you got to make multiplication problems with these. So it says how many rows are there of x's? There's 2. And how many are in each row? 7. So our number sentence is 2 times 7. Then we do the same thing with the circles. How many circles are there? Well, then there's 4 in a row, and there's 3 going across, so we do 4 times 3. Number 3, pretend like those circles are pizzas, and color 2 3/4 of them. Number 4, use the circle graph down there to answer each one of those questions. Number 5, tell me how much money there is. 6, trace the perpendicular lines. And then 7 is a bunch of subtracting problems. All right? Then on the back side, everything else should be pretty much the same, just different numbers. Take your time. I'll go over a few of those things in your assignment today, or in our Zoom meeting. All right, for phonics on page 195, you're just filling in the bubble next to the correct spelling of each one of those words, which one has the correct ending. 196, you're adding ER and EST to each one of those words, but you have to double the last letter. So that shouldn't be too hard. Number 197, you got to figure out what letters are missing. Do you have to add an ER? Do you have to double the last letter? Or add an EST? And then on the back side, these words, sometimes they change it end with an E. If they end in E, drop the E and then add ER or EST. Or if they end in a Y, guess what you have to do? Change the Y to an I and then add ER or EST. All right? So be careful with that. For your language today, you're going to be looking at words that tell us when and where. So for the first page, on number 1, you have to rewrite the sentence and underline the verb, the action word, and then circle the word that tells us when or where they did that action. So the rain started early. What's the verb? The action word is started, so we underline the word started. And when did it start, or how did it start, or where did it start? It started early, so we circle early. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing for 1 through 8. And then 9 through 17, you need to write the word that tells us when or where, and then behind it tell me was it when or where. So I go inside my cat. Inside with my cat, sorry. It'd be weird to go inside your cat. So is there a word that tells us when she went inside? Does it tell us where she goes? She goes inside. So inside, you'd write inside on your paper, and then you write the word where on the line. Okay? All right, that's all you got for that today. Third graders, for your math today, you're dealing with drawing things in scale. That means if you're going to draw a picture of Mr. Holman, you're not going to draw a picture and get a piece of paper that's 6 feet tall and this wide. You're going to draw it and you're going to make it look like Mr. Holman, but just on a smaller scale, right? Sometimes we do that when people draw like maps of the United States. It's not the actual size. Sometimes you got to draw it smaller than the actual thing. There's none of these on your assignment today, and actually your assignment's pretty simple, so I'm not going to go over it too much with you, but I would ask you to, on your own, to look through how they drew those horses on the top of page 570. Otherwise, your assignment itself is pretty simple today. Nothing too hard. I don't think that should be. Sorry, a piece of hair, cat hair in my mouth. Nothing too hard that you should be able to get through. All right, for your reading today, on page 190 and 191, you got to read 190, and then fill in the chart on page 191 about how that story was happening, the pink sweatshirt. And then on the back side, you're just which word belongs, it says. So you got to figure out which word from the word box matches the other type of words. So like the first two are instant moment. So if it's happening instantly or at this exact moment, another word there that would mean the same is second. It's happening right that second. All right? All right, third and fourth graders, for your language today, you just one more review page as we're getting closer and closer to the end. Follow the instructions for all of them. You do not have to write the sentences out. That's the one thing. So for part A, you just got to tell me what type of sentence is it: declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. For part B, you need to write either the simple subject or subjects on the line. You don't have to write the whole sentence, just write the simple subject. Numbers part C, you got to write just your one or two verbs in each sentence. Sometimes there's two of them. Then we see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 of them that have 2 verbs, so be careful there. Part D, you need to write the plural, make them mean more than one. And then part E, you have to look at the word that is underlined and tell me, is it common or proper? So you're going to either write, so like the first word is bus. Is that common or proper? That's common. Remember, most proper words are like names of specific things, like McDonald's. The common is restaurant. Okay, it's going to be exact. All right. Fourth grade reading. You guys, page 177, just find the 6 words that are wrong, circle and write them correctly. Done that many times. Easy, easy. Part 178. They have a bunch of animals up there. You got to tell me what characteristic matches the animal up there at the top and write the letter in the line. And then answer each one of those questions down there using the word that is underlined in your answer. Okay, not too hard. Page 179, you can cross it off. You don't have to do it. And then on page 180, pretty easy. You have to just combine those two sentences to make one sentence. Not too hard there. All right? All right, keep working hard. Like I said, we're on our last 3 days here of school. We will be done before we know it. Friday, we're going to use as a review day to catch up on everything, make sure everyone's got everything done. But keep up the good work. Keep working hard. And hopefully I'll see a bunch of you on the Zoom later on this morning. All right? Have a good day. Bye.